Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have an awesome little product for you today. I've been waiting forever for this thing, so much so that I kind of bought it. My bad. It's the Game & Watch. It's the Zelda one. It's really cool. I can't wait to show it off to you guys. Hang on. Let's do it. Let's go. So here's a good look at the box right before we open it. You can already see there's a lot of good detail, a lot of love put into this, very much like the Mario one. Now, as we go ahead and bring this forward so we can actually start taking a look at it, what you're going to see is that we have all sorts of cool little details like Link, a couple Octoroks, the Legend of Zelda on there, the Game & Watch logo. So let's go ahead and get this thing open and see if we can get it open here. See if I can get my fingers in here. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and slide this sucker right out. Come on. Yay! There we go. Okay. So the next thing I noticed actually was the fact that we had this really cool Triforce logo on the left side. But let's go ahead and get the main product out and take a look at it. So let's go ahead and get this thing unwrapped real quick. Come on. Being a little tricky. There we go. Oh, look at there. We even got a Triforce symbol on the back. That is so cool. Okay, so we're going to flip this around on the front and kind of take a look at this thing. Now, you can see you've got your three buttons there, the game, the time, the start, select, right there. You've got your pause and set as well. It's about the same width as the other one was. It's exactly identical, actually. You got your power, and you got your USB-C. And then what looks to be the speaker, I think. Let's go ahead and power it on. Alright, so it comes up, and it kind of wants me to hit the time button or something. I don't know. I got a little confused here when I was unboxing it. There we go. Now it's going to go ahead and boot up. I kind of wish I had the audio, but my audio was kind of janky when I did this. Now, it looks weird when you first start it up because the time's set weird and it just starts going into a demo. But kind of what you have to do is you kind of have to just start. You can either just hit game. So you got Zelda, Link's Adventure, Link's Awakening, and then the Vermin one, which actually has Link in it hitting all the vermin. Now, if we come out of this, you can actually just kind of play around on the demo, but you can't actually leave the main screen at any point. It just allows you to kind of mess around on whatever screen that you're in. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and set the time real quick. So it is 3:57 my time when I got this. So let's go ahead and do that. Then you'll see the time actually has 3:57 on it on the floor, which is kind of cool. And you can actually play this on here, which is what I'm doing right now. You can just beat on things while it's telling you the time, which I think is actually kind of a neat option. Now, if we go ahead and change the time settings again, you can actually see that it'll change where he's at. Now, I'll kind of zoom in on this real quick before we do that. And you can see that he doesn't have any pieces of Triforce, but he has about 6 hearts. Now, if you advance the time to, like, say, 10:57 or something like that, he's got almost all the Triforce pieces. And he has almost all the hearts. He's got the magic boomerang and the magical sword, which is actually really cool. And it's still showing you the time. And you can completely continue to interact with this. But let's go ahead and change the time back just so we have the right time. So we're going to go ahead and jump into a couple games here real quick. First one I'm going to jump into is Link's Adventure, because you've already kind of seen Zelda. And we're going to just go ahead and register a name real quick, and then go ahead and head out, as we've gotten done in here, and check out a few fights. So you can see, this runs really clean, which it should. This game's non-intensive. You can run it on almost any Pi. So we're just going to kill a couple guys here, jump around, jump out of there. And then we're going to choose another game. We're going to go into like Link's Awakening real quick. And you can see just how good this looks. The start screen looks great. I wish you guys could hear the audio. The audio is amazing out of that little speaker. It really is. So let's go ahead and register somebody here real quick again. Just going to do a generic name. And pop on in. This one was a little more awkward because I wanted to start slashing and I keep forgetting that you don't start with a sword. So we're going to go ahead and talk to her a little bit. Because apparently you conk your head on this one, you end up on an island, and you have, like, no memory, and, you know, it's Link. He's all the time getting hit in the head. You'll notice you can't even pick up pots in this one without the power gauntlet, stuff like that. They won't even let you leave until you talk to this guy. Watch this. Wait, really? There we go. See what I mean? So let's jump out of that one, and let's go ahead and go into the Game & Watch. This one took me a little bit to figure out. I was not understanding what you do here. Basically, you just move side to side. Like, the A and B button move you left and right, and then when you're in the right position, you'll automatically whack these guys. So you can see me struggling with it here as I, like, try to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Eventually, I smack one, and it's sort of like light dawns, right? It's actually a fun little Game & Watch game. The fact that they put Link in here, I think, is pretty cool. I was pretty happy with it. I actually got quite addicted to it for a little while. Kind of like all these little Game & Watch games. I find these things are just a pleasant surprise that they hold up as well as they do after all this time. They're just fun. And they're just a neat little addition to have another console. I may actually spend more time on this than I do any of the others, because I have multiple ways of playing the others. But this is the only way I know of to play this one. And it's legit fun. I like it. Now, there's one other thing here I ain't gone into, which is the timer. And this thing's kind of funky, because you can set the timer for, like, whatever you want and set your background and stuff. And then you can just beat on things. Like any other screen, it'll let you just, like, hit things while you're in here. And I think it just sets an alarm off when you're done as far as the timer goes. It's a pretty cool little option. And I'm actually pretty happy that they put this in here, because I didn't see this in the Mario one. I don't remember this being a feature at all in the Mario one. But it's a welcome addition. I like it. I actually played this for 3-4 minutes thinking, do I need to play this for 3 minutes, until I finally just jumped out. But I really like it. I think the build quality is great. It's good and heavy for its size, just like the Mario one. I think the D-pad's great. I think the buttons are great. I'm going to show you guys some close-ups, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit, but I'm happy with it. So I told you guys we were going to kind of take a closer look at some of these things. First thing I want to show you is the buttons. The game, the time, the pause, set buttons. All these are really nice. They're that kind of rubbery, spongy thing that you remember from the original Game & Watch. They're really good quality. You can see from this close-up shot just how nice they are. They're really pleasant to push. They're not real clicky, but you don't need them to be for this kind of apparatus, right? They do exactly what you need them to do. Next thing we're going to pull up here is the A and B buttons. And you can see, these are the same way. They're kind of that rubberized texture. Your finger doesn't really slip on them or anything. They're really nice to press. They're just a pleasant thing to play with, right? Just pushing them is nice. I don't know how else to describe it other than nice. I was really happy with them on the first one. And these are the same build quality. It's basically, it's the same frame. It's just different games and different coloring, right? So we're going to go ahead and move to the D-pad here in just a second. Now the D-pad on this is the kind of design that I wish more people would use when they're designing controllers. It's simple, it's nice, it's clean, and it does the job exceptionally well. It's not too firm, it's not too light, it's not spongy, it just responds when you press it. And best of all, it reminds me of the D-pad on the NES. So if you're worried that the D-pad on this is going to be a little chintzy or a little cheap, don't. It's actually very, very nice. It'll make for a wonderful playing experience anytime you pick this little thing up to play it. I can't say enough about it. I just think it's really nice. Once again, I have to say this is another solid product from Nintendo. It hits all the right nostalgia feels, which is the market that they're going for. It's got a good selection of games. It's well constructed. It's fun to play with. And it makes for a nice clock to sit at your desk. Also, another neat trick that I found out, and I haven't confirmed this, but I suspect it's true, you can plug it into your computer, and as you power your computer on and off, it will turn on and off with it, making it a good, playful desk clock for somebody who's into Game & Watch or somebody who's just a big fan of Zelda. It makes for a great stocking stuffer, it makes for a great present to yourself, or just a nice thank you gift that's relatively inexpensive for what it is, for a loved one or a friend. I happen to enjoy mine. I like playing with it. I like having it out on my desk. You can keep yours in the box if you wish. It's up to you. These things are durable enough that I'm not too worried about them getting broke. They recharge easily. You can drop them. They don't really bang around too much. I wouldn't go throwing it around or anything, but they're nice and durable. They're well constructed. So they're totally worth opening up and playing with should you so choose. At this point, I'd like to thank you guys for watching and invite you guys to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. Also, if you would, these videos kind of take me a bit of time to do, so if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, it really does help me with the metrics, and it lets me know you like the content I'm producing. But, till next time guys, thanks for watching, and happy gaming.